the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Enra, third accused, Richard Jakpa Ekokopiemu ewo court ninina the Republic versus Dr. Kissel Atoforsen yese wabo omaneka 2.37 million euros ameno kasa idie nankasem no cross ye diwie me but NDC amanyuko ni delay tatters ye ene egu so ede asem no enra third accused Richard Jakpa Ekokopiemu ewo court ede na dance ekokotu edwa na ne nsem de Richard Jakpa eka bipa a enye asem kotoa na ne oda sorry ena ose wo ye aye big mistake se wanhwe ya NDC amanyuko because e kan ye se nsem a otwa ono ko gina court okan ene de oni NDC amanyuko ni di nkomo o munsu ko gina ho de a press conference na e kan ye se NDC amanyuko no e de atro to ono Richard Jakpa no eso e de nti na Richard Jakpa say wayam from so now enra Richard Jakpa ekokopiemu ewo court no ono e de kokotu edwa say one first meeting oni yura Godfred Yeboah edame eye no ono Richard Jakpa na eto ne nsa ede efre yura Godfred Yeboah dame now NDC amanyoko no so press conference won ekoye won ede voice recording na afi WhatsApp chat enso eba betu edwa no won so ede ba betu edwa se enya ade so no Richard Jakpa no kra eto ne nsa efre yura Godfred Yeboah dame ene ne kasaida ni nyina yura Godfred Yeboah dame mum ene eto ne nsa efre no no ene watena se ene wahwe video na ti audio no say no say wanya very careful NDC amanyuko no ede ne beto asem because one cry initially asem na one any ono Richard Jakpa e kan se nka audio no eba abontin wi a one ebe boa ono Richard Jakpa na nka yeyi no ede efri asem nim so e kan me say anytime bia ne lawyers ede sa asem no bekwa akoto judge her lordship justice wa asaribotwa nim no e kan me say NDC amanyuko no onte se one e kan wa asem posenki yamwa na yenyi ono Richard Jakpa emfim e kan me say NDC nsem a omukan ni nyina no enya no kore enti se ono anya very careful afi ni nsem a ode kotu de nyina ase ono e kan different na NDC amanyuko no e kan different e ko se ono e twa ntro so de utwa de a na it means say you have lied under oath a yebetimi e de perjury e de abo yankoti
2.37 million euros ambulance case. I met Dame in Kolondi's house, Jakpa, and Akam. Now, okay, can't sorry now, go on. I send draw call to Kudia dance here. I say, Oshia Godfred Dame, justice, Yoni Kolondi fee, and Prenine. Nani kind Oshia no, or no, na a request here. Almost an annual press conference no more, no. O man kan okuro mo se dame and a request meeting
afi buy o se
afi mu se po adomo kire a show a screenshot of we no a request for meeting no afi de okogina court no o say ono na a request first meeting with attorney general na o request meeting because no person ohia no na o church nsimu kire no say de be ya o betin semase
na ese kanya bone
o de me ba
okay
go down o say Godfred Dame ehia without your lawyers. Na ebu emra so say obi wo e wa asem wo court na other side pesi ehia na ese ne lawyer e wo ho ansa na yetime ehia no enti Dame abu mra so eno ka ho kranti NDC for say Dame on resign. But today you have told the court say eye wo e na wo to nsafre Dame ne edi kan so pese wo ni hia without your lawyer and Adame Kokosia and ade so wadwen papa ade tina de one country lawyer say ono enfre Dame na oni ni nkosia
okay
ba oto nsa frɛ Dame ehia no without your lawyer
enti on say Jakpa no ujiri di enye
dabi
because story esedun ketia ebeka na bonti Jakpa ne ka kire no
yes
and esedun ketia abekasa te se comical you know about beye ena ekọ court no Jakpa beka se ono and what tone safre
on the tone nsa
efa attorney
general so panichew
obeso ohia no
in fact odana say attorney general na boa no menanya bill
enti sisi on se ka mo say enema ekoso wa bonte the syndicate amoye no ye no de court enyi
yes
on say asem no one file no an court
yes
wakwa asem no kre
akoka no kre
ama before then na woka na but what is so expose no we team some we say una requested
meeting first
ye ka mo say go feda me asem na aba no monto bobo
yes na onim
no kre be daddy
onim ni enti or request or introduce ne ho say eye me Richard Jakpa Justice Yoni Colon the Supreme Court judge ni nua
enemy
and me person Michelle
yeah no crazy so
and I say says what can say dia and no dear so person wo share me wo nua no ho dia me arrange through nua no na me share
okay
enti ansana obeshia Jakpa no odikan
e ka kire Justice Yoni Colon
obi afrɛ me say ni nua no no person wo share me wo ho
enti de ba be share wo
enti e ampa na o say ai o ni mu bi asan na say ni nkosia wo na me kokosia wo
let's say
na eyobu a
exactly
gofredame ewo ma Justice Yoni Colon enti no ko ni fi ekosia Richard Jakpa ena ho na me question e ba say enti adenti ena Supreme Court judge no Jakpa Endra according to the court proceedings no say oshia attorney general ho empre 9 ni nyina wo Colon fi ebi 9 p.m. ebi 11 p.m. ebi 10 p.m. empre 9
welcome pacho ebi no mo e wo hono ka say na kuso bi 10 p.m. ni ade yesre mo ebi a wo ye teacher ni okwa aduma 8 anapa 8 to 2 no wapon ebi a wo nye extra classes eto pon a obekọ fi but don't forget say teacher di bi also a wo ye extra class be 4 obedu fi na akobo no
yeah
Ghana ye wo to meet somebody at 10 p.m. and yet out of ordinary.
No, especially in one kind of Kumasi.
Yeah, the one kind of Kumasi. I feel no being part of 1.5 o'clock.
Yeah.
About traffic, more basic, this will be shut down what Yabo.
In fact, Obi correct me point regiment because Otu a traffic Obeshi food.
And yes.
I born 9 and son were 2 so good.
Kwakutuaso.
Enti goron obua papa no obuo owoma Supreme Court judge no enema okokosia no na me masem ne say e ba ne sen na Supreme Court judge asem wo court na a criminal case na ye di asem wo afiase na wo tena asem no so wo fie anadwo 10 p.m. empre 9
okay kwaku
na odetio Jakpa say attorney general ka kire no oni no agree e wo Supreme Court judge no efie ho say ode ne ho beche no enti omwa no ode Jakpa's account na make you
okay
enti omwa ono attorney general no na onfa ayi atoforcing entum na obeja no enti se o man adanse di ni wi a obe submit ayi submission of no case na wa mano no prosecute ni wajan no but eduru ho no wanye nti wanye ni nti eno okan wo court say and the only me share na only me so me no the tape ya ba bontin enti attorney general enta no prosecute ni dia aka Jakpa no yidin
aka media to force
into mu aka wa mekasa
it means okoton to force
san no person chire he's a person o de ne obi di big free
obeto ni daji kosua
no aka o freedom
ai
tio when wo bra judge no akwa kosi attorney general mu fie na bopo say mo beboa no according to Jakpa na account na mefa
yes
mo beboa no na de atoforce atum na wagyawo
na what did you abontin
na de wagi wani na wo hu say ka bia case na ekono enya ade ye beba so no na fe dia oba abontin ebisu me question yemi Supreme Court judge no godon adenchi no guso because has media it's a said justice sewa afia sarebotwe ma men dem ginidio so timi frɛ Justice Yoni Colon di wadakam
kwaku bi pacho won't
me friend
that one won't me friend no that be the Ghana judicial system no judge ntimi emfrɛ obi sa that be prosecutor
and so friend no
and obe so friend say ABI person yabodi but judge no won't me to say emfrɛ obi
okay and the prosecutor no kan judge ne say obehia Justice Yoni Colon e wadakam na anadwo 9 p.m. ni 11 p.m. no nkoma e course wo ni fie ni nti ono fresh
and se nkoma no se asema Jakpa e ka no se beye nti wahye what ase Now, bear his word against the word of Godfrey, and I said the word of
Attorney General,
of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. They only claimed. And I said, who be here so be more or beba. But me the me say, Justice only claimed the assembly. Ebi ebeko Judicial Council. Me sare me gidi LTA. Say hwana ebeko. Amobi amawo council bosa say na we Supreme Court judge. Na say assemba si wo busu ni say din yo. Wutimi frɛ wutimi di asɛm no ɛbɛka asɛm no ho biribi yɛ ni asɛm no wutimi ebedi asɛm no ho nkɔmmɔ ɛwɔ fie
ama wo kyerɛ baabi asɛm
no fa nkɔ ana eti yɛ no de megidi sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ Judicial Council for they should take judicial notice of it.
Yes.
Na ebia so be the petition no said the kwan be on so no omo hwɛ I'm not sure say this will be petition answer because me cho bibia me a reported a equal publication me ye frɛ me
wabro obi
ankoba mani
nti we so na ade no mo mekasa wasemi
enti ado de se omo hwɛ se bibia kɔbɔne a omo mfrɛ no na omo bakwaku Godfrey Dame ese omo person oba be victim office me can say krampu
obu a woma
of respect yes. To the elderly and people of reputation ya ukrum anya sa ekwonko
kono kran kasa
ekwana npo
and because of sa premise no
yes
I almost set here and nti na ma o entertain Jakpa on the telephone
and was an kwan kan che say ene yenko hia wa ha o sa wo bra na edia
na wo super so hia me dia won ho
ene me ka kire no na so wo preso a ba bi sha wo no adi fie
asem no ani
so what you see
but no asem no ani
na bi se de san ye nwanwa a e wo se NDC vote be pagana fo nyina a che say omo twa ntro ato Attorney General so
mebre
Attorney General according to Muammar Richard Jakpa ne say ono ene oto no sa frɛ
Godfrey Dame esre ne say opposition
meanwhile mom na ba be kana bonte say Godfrey Dame ene tata Richard Jakpa so opposition court so
o say omushia
bakwaku ba ko voice no so what dia
so according to quasiability logic any idiot can go to court but there is a note of caution. The courts do not interrogate suspicions, conspiracy theories, conjecture and rumors. They deal with facts, evidence and law. Case closed for the year. So according to quasiability logic, any idiot can go to court, but there is a note of caution. The courts do not interrogate suspicions, conspiracy theories, conjecture, and rumors. They deal with facts, evidence, and law. Case closed for the year.
Enti, when Abdulmalik Kukubako, and I'm watching Kano, and a deputy attorney general. Tuaye boa ko say almost 30 say state no start say or ye cross examination no na dance di no e di e face omo a afi na funu ne bebie amagana fu nyina hu ne e bekoso
about some years back. I would attend to issues that are very important with a lot of emotional, how do you call it, orientation or approach. But over the years, I have learned that what your heart can beat over, if the mind handles it, it can be solved without you having palpitations or a higher heart rate. So I'll give my brother advice.
You learned that in medical school?
Over the years, it comes with experience.
Okay.
So there are things I used to make noise about, or I would approach very emotionally. But I've come to learn that the mind can do better than the heart. So I would beg of him. And you see, in communication too, if I had spoken first, in terms of the issues for the day, and I had not addressed this in a way that shows that I'm concerned, it was okay to go like this. But you came prepared and unleashed everything on the table, creating the impression that I've gone to sleep on the matter when I've not even given information yet on what I have done about it.
The facts are very annoying.
Oh, I know. Of course, I'm privy to the facts. You know. But what I want to quickly say is that there was an issue he finished with at the bottom. I'll bring that up.
Okay.
Where he said he cares about his pregnant women, and me, I'm talking about people who travel.
Is that
a pot shot? Oh, of course. I I brought businessmen together to buy a new ambulance at about $90,000. I did it because I've seen pregnant women struggle to even get transferred to reach. So action is more powerful. So, I mean, that's the kind of person I am. I've not lost any part of my heart in this politics. Doc, let me start by saying that the PRO's information is not accurate, and it's not to undermine his work, but it's because in dealing with this container thing, it is dynamic. So you have containers at the ports. You go to finance, they'll tell you, okay, take these cheats. These cheats will now allow you to clear 80 containers. You get there, they'll tell you there's third-party charges. And so the information I have is because the release has not gone out yet. Otherwise, I have the draft here. I left the office yesterday at about 11, just to make sure that all the information and draft is ready to go out this morning. It's not too appropriate, but I'll send you the draft. It has all the information. So apparently on the 10th of June, Finance sent the ministry 7.4 million Ghana cedis.
3 days ago.
Yes. Transferred money, which was meant to handle the third-party charges, which even if they've given the exemption, must be paid. And so when I called them 2 days ago, what they told me was that, Doc, although the money has come, government has a give me system that used to pay for such things. You can't go and say take the money. And that when they called, they are told give me is down or that, and that by the end of this week. That's why the gentleman mentioned that the TB container is cleared. In fact, the draft that will come out, the containers that contain medicines are 3. 2 anti-malaria, ACT, that's a artemisinin combination for malaria, 2 containers. 1 is the TB. And guess what? This 7.4 million is meant to clear those ones. So although the money has been given to us, it's not gone through for it to come out of the port. So if George says that they are at the port, it is true. And if the gentleman says that there's no TB at the TB container, his anticipation, this payment thing has not gone through yet. But Doc, I'll say 2 things, 2 very important things. We, as a ministry, I insist, we are better than what we have experienced with these containers.
I don't understand what you're saying.
The Ministry of Health, in terms of the personnel there and the potential the ministry have for Ghana, Ghana's Ministry of Health, is way better in terms of capacity than what it has witnessed over the past 1 year with these containers. What I mean is that we could have done better.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yes. Now, I'm not someone who plays around with my work. So straight away, I've told in fact, when I was not even there, I called some of them and told them, this joke that is happening, you guys should wake up. I was not happy with what is happening. You know what I mean? 2 things accounted for what was experienced. Of course, if leadership was perfect, this shouldn't have happened. I choose my words well. So I myself personally have a serious problem with what we've seen. There was inefficiency. There's a unit that handles our external partners when it comes to things that they are bringing to this country and all that. I do admit that this exemption bill put some layer of some previously that layer was not there. Things that used to pass through freely now had to be paid for. But it's not too much of an excuse. Even if the layer is there, like George was saying, there are motions you can trigger to make sure that these things come. So the unit that was handling our relationship with our partners, Global Fund, Gavi and all that, immediately arrived. Within 48 hours, the key person there is gone. Without delay, I told the chief director, this guy has no business here. So he's gone. If you check with the ministry, the one who is the obodo there is gone. For the past 7 years, that's the gentleman that was in charge of the place. I told him this is cannot be tolerated. And then secondly, the other issue. So 2 issues accounted for what has happened. No. The relationship between the finance ministry and the Ministry of Health could be way better. You know what I mean? That's the way I work. Everywhere I go, I'm frank. I tell all my people, these are your challenges. If you don't admit them, you can't go anywhere. No. The truth is that because sometimes there are third-party charges that must come in, which are not necessarily budgeted for in our line. Sometimes they come up even in the process. The best way to get solution quickly is to have a very harmless seamless relationship with the finance minister. And when I was in Geneva a few weeks ago, the Global Fund head, Mark, he told me, Doc, your country is one of the poster countries when it comes to health indicators. In all the indicators and primary health systems, we use you as an example for others. They just cannot understand how Ghana, who they always put out there as an example, has gone through what we've gone through, and even cited Nigeria and said he was with the Nigerian Minister of Health. He virtually handles this there. If any issue comes up online with IT, such that he resolves issues within 72 hours. And I confided in him that before I even came to Geneva, some of the people handling these matters, we've tried to quickly relocate them. And he told me that, Doc, even their team in Ghana, the relationship between their team and our team has not been smooth. And I told you, I've been at the ministry before. So luckily, I have an idea. That's why I made changes before even coming to Geneva. And this was my assurance to him, that there's absolutely no way I would sit in this country and let this container stay in the port beyond June. This month, they must come out. And what did I say beyond June? If I had my own way this morning or 3 days ago, I arrived in town Saturday. Doc, no, in fact, Friday.